Valentine.
Hey everybody, good evening. It is Tuesday. Today is January the 26th, I think, and I am still working on Valentine projects. So when I think about something that I want to get done, then I just decide to come on and go live and show you guys and share with everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let me get my computer and everything set up. As you join in, as always, if you will let me know that you're here. Remember, this is Trisha with Happy Home Designs. And I just basically want to inspire you guys to create things that you love in your home and make your home your happy place. Which is what I try to do each and every day. Let me get all set up here. Okay, so today I was spending time organizing my chalk couture transfers, and you guys, I must have, I don't know, a couple of hundred maybe. So as I was organizing, I kept thinking, oh, that would be great for a Valentine's project. Oh, I've got something I can use that with. And so I thought, okay, I need to start using some of these Valentine-ish chalk couture transfers while the season is right. So that's what we're going to be doing here tonight. I have got a Dollar Tree heart, just a little wooden heart from the dollar store or Dollar Tree store. I already had this big block of wood. It was for another project that I just never got done. I'm going to guess it's probably 15 inches tall, 10 inches wide. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use that heart. I'm going to use this chalk couture heart tonight. It's really cute floral. And in the middle of it, it says, "Love never fails." Hey, Aunt Vicky. Hey, Ruth. But I'll be using both of those. Lots of different ink colors from chalk couture. And then, of course, I'll make a cute bow. Now, I'm not going to do traditional Valentine colors on this project. I'm going to step outside the box again. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is take this little loop off of my heart, because I need to paint this. I'll put one back on, but I won't use that small one, I don't think. I don't need to worry about the sticker. No, I'm gonna paint it and then glue it to my surface, so that won't show. So what I'm gonna do is I want to paint this heart gray. The ink colors that I'm gonna use for this, the heart transfer, are kind of muted. I've got a shimmer. This one's shimmer gold. I have a shimmer copper. This is ocean mist. This is currant jam. So these are muted tones. This one's called pesto. Not sure if I'm using all of these or not. That's almond. And this is eucalyptus. So that's the color scheme that I'm going for. So very muted tones. So if you don't want to call this a Valentine project, you don't have to. If you want to put it out and leave it up all year long, or if I want to, then I'll have it for that, because it doesn't actually say Valentine's. Hey, Leah. Okay, so what I've got is a paper plate. I'm going to use gray, tongue-tied, gray paint. I'm going to water it down, and I'm basically just going to stain that heart. So I don't want it to have a painted look. I really want it to be gray, but to show the wood through. So I'm going to mix my paint and my water in a paper plate, just watering it down a little bit. And then I'm going to use a baby wipe. I'm going to paint it on, and then I'll use a baby wipe to wipe it off. Shouldn't take very much. Let me lay that up there. If I do that, you can't see. Got too many different things here. Get my wipe ready. So I'm just going to paint over. It's already, you can already tell that it's a muted gray. Actually, I may not have to use the baby wipe after all. But I just don't want this to be more of the traditional colors. I want it to be very, not monochromatic, but just very muted tones. It does have a heart on it. We talk about love never fails. no, I may wipe some of this off. We'll see. Just get good coverage. I will have to do the edges of this one. But look how fast that goes on, especially when you water that paint down. It goes on easy. Get it covered really good. I'm going to grab that white and just wipe it off pretty good. This really lets the wood show through. I'm going to hold it up and show you here in a second. You can actually see the grains of the wood. My nail polish actually matches. So you can see that you can tell the grain of the wood. I like that. It's going to go on this dark wood surface, so I wanted it to stand out. Let me do my edges real fast. I really thought, oh, I only have a couple of projects for Valentine's this year, and now I've done several. And I've got, you guys, I've got several more to go. I kept finding things. I'm like, oh, I've got to make that. Oh, I've got to do that. But then I have regular home decor items that I want to do too, so I'm kind of torn. But, you know, Valentine's will be here. It'll come and go. So I guess I need to do Valentine's while it's in the air. Love is in the air. Love should be in the air every day, huh? Wipe that off. Got a little over ambitious there with my wipe. Okay, so there I have it. I've got my edges done. Got the whole front done. And I really need to take care of my hands really fast. Yeah, I was going to be lazy and not work tonight. And then I thought, no, I just need to do it. I've got too many different things to do. Too many things. Hey, Jessica. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Jessica, look. I've got my Jewels with Jess on tonight. Thank you for my birthday gift. Got that in the mail today. That was great to open the mailbox and find something so cute. Jessica does, I believe it's paparazzi jewels. And she sent me these cute, cute earrings. So Jessica, if you want to drop your link in the comments so anybody can shop if they want to, that would be great. Okay, let me dry this heart really fast. They do. I love big earrings. Now, I haven't been wearing a whole lot of different jewelry lately. I've been just, I guess, too busy to take the time. But my motto has always been the bigger the better when it comes to earrings and even necklaces. Okay, I really need to get this dry. Turning up on high. This Dollar Tree surface actually has a fuzzy feel to it. I'm going to have to sand it a little bit. It's like you feel all the fibers of that wood. I think that's pretty dry. When you're using chalk couture stencils, silk screens, you need to have as smooth a surface as possible. So I'm really going to have to take care of this heart. Let me grab actually I've got a piece of sandpaper right here that's a finer grit. It might work better. I think that's helping. I don't know why it kind of feels fuzzy. Okay, that's much better. Okay, kind of distressed it a little bit more, but that's okay. because I'm going to put everything else on top of here and you won't be able to tell. Okay, so this is my heart. It's the watered down gray, and you're not actually seeing where I've wiped the gray. You're just seeing all of these different color variations. That is the wood that's showing through. There is Jessica's link for her jewels. So if anybody needs inexpensive, cute jewelry, check Jessica out. It's Jewels with Jess. Okay, so I've talked about Chalk Couture a little bit on here. I'll go over it again with anybody who doesn't know, or if you just want to hear it again. Chalk Couture is, they're stencils, but they are silk screens. So in the openings is actually a screen. You can see through, you can see my face through those, see my mouth through that flower right there. So when you lay this down and you rub your chalk ink or chalk paste across it, it goes through the screen. And because this is sticky, there's a lot less chance for any bleeding, which is a good thing. So I do sell Chalk Couture, and most everything that I design for craft shows and things like that are Chalk Couture. I use Chalk Couture products to make those. So this is a heart, just got it right there in the middle, and it's floral. So I'm going to do several different colors. I've got some greens that I'll use for the greenery, and then I'll color the different flowers too. In the middle, after I'm finished, in the middle of the heart, I'm going to use this Love Never Fails. So that goes with it. So let me get my paste over here. I need to decide what I'm going to use. Tonight, I'm actually using Chalk Couture ink. These are made to use on fabrics. If you want to make t-shirts or anything like that, and you need the surface to be, or the ink to be permanent, you use Chalk Couture ink and you heat set it. However, you can use this on wood too. It just takes a little bit longer to dry, but I think I can blow dry it and take care of that problem tonight. So I have more color variations, or the colors that I wanted in my ink versus my paste. So I'm going to go with ink tonight. So this is eucalyptus. It's a green. When I open these up, I have to stir them up a little bit. So I've got Chalk Couture stir sticks here. Let me get a few out. This is eucalyptus. The inks are actually very, very silky smooth. They're kind of the consistency of a good smooth cake batter, which is the way it should be. The chalks are, because they're chalks, they're a little drier, and you tend to have to add water to them more often to keep them moist. Here is that shimmer gold. It's a really pretty color. It's shimmer because it's got a little glitter to it. Go ahead, and I'm just trying to mix these up so they're ready. Because I'm going to be doing several different colors on such a small surface, I need to be able to jump back and forth between my colors, and it's just better if I have them all ready to go. So I know I'll use those two. This is pesto. It's just a darker green, but yet it's still a mild color. So I think I'm going to use the eucalyptus and the pesto. There's different types of greenery, different types of leaves on this flower, or the heart. I don't, Jessica. Hey, Heather. I have to buy my squeegees and I have to buy my stir sticks individually. So if you're asking, like, when I buy an ink or I buy a paste, do I get a stir stick and a squeegee? No, I have to buy those. So I usually keep a supply. I can't tell you how many squeegees I have bought because I lose them. I think sometimes they're so small they get tangled up in my trash, my paper towels when I'm cleaning up. I think they go down the trash can. And these will wash right down a drain hole if you don't watch it. Okay, this current jam I think is brand new. No, I've opened it, but it's still new. These are all fairly new. I may just use right off of that lid, actually, to not waste any of that. I like this color. It's not a pink. It's not a dark rose. It's not red. It's called Currant Jam. It's really pretty. Move that one back. So can you guys see? I'm trying to get where you can see my paste lined up here, and maybe you'll be able to see when I'm actually working. Okay, this is Ocean Mist. It's almost gone. So I actually need some more of that. It's just a pale, pale blue color, but it's really pretty. It's almost a gray blue. Okay, move that one. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to use this almond color or not, but I'm going to get it open just in case. And actually, I don't think it needs to be, well, maybe I'll mix it just to make sure. It looked pretty mixed already. So the good thing about Chalk Couture products is, well, there's a lot of good things. But one of the things is that you can pick and choose your colors. You make your own designs the way that you want them to be. Is, you know, not just a big box store and everybody buys the same photo and all that. Have text messages. But you can also mix and match your transfers. So if I'm using this heart, I could use a different word. I could use welcome to my home and put welcome to and put home in the middle. There's a lot of different things I can use, pick and choose different pieces of different transfers. However, the Love Never Fails came with this heart, and it does fit right smack in the middle of that. Hey, Shannon. Shannon, I saw all the texts coming from you, and his pictures of my granddaughter, it looks like. I'll check them all later. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using squeegees, small ones, and I also have a very tiny pointed one. This is a very small surface. So I'm kind of going to look at my design and decide what I want to be what color. Get some different squeegees out. Get my wipe over here. I may need that. And I'm going to get started. I'm going to use this probably. I always get nervous when I get ready to get started on multiple colors. So I do see that there are new people joining. If you can, just send me a message and let me know that you're here and watching. You guys don't forget to be sprinkling the video. Okay. Decisions. So I'm just picking out, I've got the pesto color. I put a little bit on the end of my squeegee. You guys see that? And then I just rub it across the area that I want it to be, which is my leaves, some of the leaves, some stems. You just have to be careful not to touch the flower next to it. And then I'll just go through and do every one that has that same kind of leaf, all in the same color. That's usually what I do. This is a very, very small design. It is hard to get in all the cracks and crevices. Sometimes these intricate designs like this are easier. You guys see all those different lines? They'd be easier if you just did them all one color. Like you just did this entire thing white. It turns out really pretty. But I wanted all the color. I wanted it to be happy and cheerful. So that's why I'm doing all these different colors. But it does take a minute to do it this way. And to make sure I'm getting everything that I want to get with the right color. But if I mess up and I touch the area next to it that I wasn't intending to paint, it's not that big a deal. I mean, you can kind of blend the colors together. I might know that it's messed up, but you guys probably never would. You'd have to look really, really close. And almost always I have a little boo-boo here and there. Especially when I'm doing the green leaves side by side. It's okay. You know, in nature, one leaf is not just one solid color green. It has variations in it. So if I get the next color green mixed in, it's no big deal. But I am trying to keep my flowers separate. I don't want green flowers. Now, sometimes when I'm doing chalk couture and it's going to take me a minute on a design like this to get all of my color on, I've done all of the color of that color that I want. No, I don't. I've got one more area. I will go back and lift it just a little bit so it won't start peeling up and not sticking to my surface. I'll show you what I'm talking about. If anybody's interested in having chalk couture products, I do order these. I do sell these. I am not trying to sell these, but if you were really interested, I would be glad to help you with that. Okay, so what I've got, let me get my ink off here. I have went and colored every one of the leaves that I wanted to that color. And then if I lift just a little bit, you can see my design on the board, and I lay it back down. Lift it so you can see that design. Lay it back down. What that does is it just separates it from the screen so it won't just stick to the screen and not stay on the board. Then I can lay it back down. I'm just not going to mash it tight. Okay, I'm going to go with my eucalyptus, which is this paler green, and do some of the leaves. I'm going to blend some of that darker green into it. I'm not positive if this is going to show up that bright on the gray. So what I can do is lift it up and look. Oh, it's fine. I will show you guys in a minute. This is going to be really cute. It's not super Valentine's-y, but it is about love. Trying to decide what's a leaf and what's a flower. I saw that Mark posted the link for the Happy Home Creators Club. And that we are still taking reservation spots for the online club as well as the in-house club. What I'm doing now, you guys, I'm picking up a little bit of that eucalyptus and going back over this darker pesto green just to kind of blend it a little bit. It may go through the screen. Mix a couple of colors together just because I don't want them to stand out way different from each other. So after I said that a minute ago, I thought it'd be better if I just mixed them. Okay, I think I've got all of my greens together the way I need them to be. Let me see what I've got. I can't lift it all the way off, but I can show you how the colors just kind of started to blend. You guys see that? No, it's going to be hard. Okay, I know my current jam is my main color, the brightest or the darkest, however you want to look at it. And I want that to really stand out. You guys, I don't think that these flowers in nature would normally be this color, but this is what I'm going to use. And I'm going to use it on the biggest flowers on the screen because I want it to stand out the most. But I really think these are probably, what are the flowers that look like daisies, but they're upside down? They're inside out. You guys know what I'm talking about? I don't know what these are, but that's kind of what they look like to me. I don't know what this is right here, but I'm going to make it the same color. So we're going to have two different kinds of flowers, the exact same color. Here's one more of them. I think that's pretty good. Wipe that off. I can't tell. I'm not seeing comments. Thank you for sprinkling, Leah, Jessica, Vicky. Thank you, guys. Mark did pin the link at the bottom for the Creators Club, so that's staying down there for you guys to see. Okay, I'm going to go in with that Ocean Mist blue and do some of these funny looking flowers. I don't know what they're called. Normally, I would make sure that I scraped all of my extra ink off of the surface, but it's so hard because this area is so small. Okay, and then I'm not going to necessarily get every bit of that off. I'm going to pick up some of this almond and get these tiny flowers here. I think they'll stand out really well on that gray and almond. There's some of them. Oh, I missed a leaf or two. I'm going to have to go back and get some green. And I need this color green. Okay, I think I've got everything covered. I actually did not use any of those squeegees. Oh, you guys, it's so cute. It's gonna look so good. Hey, Angie. How are you tonight? Okay, so here's what we've got. Isn't that cute? I like it. Okay, I'm going to have to dry this. I'm going to go ahead and put some of my lids back on. I don't need to mix them up anymore because I don't want these to start to dry out. Actually, the inks don't dry out very quick, but I don't want to take any chances, and I may as well just get them out of the way. That one. I love working with the Chalk Couture ink because they're so easy to use. They're so creamy. They don't get stiff and too thick. Let's see. Now I'm doing a lot of reaching and throwing here, you guys. I'm pitching all of the dirty things back into that plate that I painted on, or that I poured my paint on. And I think I'm not going to use the copper. I think I'm going to go back and use this gold. And that's what my words are going to be. Okay, let me dry this up a little bit. Remember, because it's ink, it does take a little bit longer than the, thank you, Angie. Thank you for sprinkling. It takes a little bit longer to dry than using Chalk Couture chalk. Because remember, chalk is chalk-based. I'll show you. This is a white chalk. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's actually, you probably can't because it's white. It's actually almost dry, and I would have to add water to it to moisten it back up. But the inks don't tend to do that. They tend to stay more creamy feeling. Now I opened up that white and the little flakes came off of it. But sometimes the ink could take till tomorrow for all of the ink to completely dry. But then again, I don't normally have to seal these like I do chalk when I'm using chalk paint. I got ink on my sleeve. But I'm not going to heat set my sweater, so I don't have to worry about it being permanent. So when I touch these, they feel sticky to me, but yet it's not coming off on my hand. So I can continue working even though it's not completely dry. Thank you, Jessica. I don't know if I said that already. Hey, Lisa, thank you. Okay, I think that's good enough to continue working with it. All right, now I'm going to put my Love Never Fails. It's going to go right in the middle of my heart. Okay. I just have to try to center it. And I'll use a squeegee and pick up that shimmer gold. And then I just rub it through the silk screen. It goes on so easy, you guys. And that's what I'm talking about, taking off the extra, because I'm not working in a real delicate area. I can scrape off all the extra and save it. And lift my transfer up. I'm hoping that you guys can see this. I can see it a lot better probably than you can. Love never fails. That is cute. What do you guys think? Now, this is actually going to go on this big piece of dark stained wood. I think it's stained Jacobine. This is just a big plank of wood that I already had. I'd already stained it and for another project and never used it. So that's what I'm going to use. Thank you, Shannon. And I'm going to mount this heart so it's really going to stand out on that. And then I'm going to put a very, well, kind of big neutral bow at the top. Get these out of the way. Clean up some of my mess so you guys can see better. Knocking things in the floor. Okay, I'm going to add a piece of jute to the top of this. I'm going to actually glue it on this surface. Probably about there, but I want it to look like it's hanging. So I'm going to add a piece of jute back to the top of the heart. It's got a hole there. Trying to think of how I want to do it. I may just put a little knot through. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Make it have a little knot in the front of the heart. So stick it through from the back. And then tie a little knot. Because it's not really going to be hanging. And then I'm going to clip off the extra. Throw that in my plate. Pull it through like that. So it'll look like it's got the knot there in the middle and then it's hanging, but it's not really going to be. Now this can actually be hung or just stand up because it's thick wood. It stands on its own. So I just need to make sure I've got the best looking side. I know this is the front side. It looks the best. And make sure I've got it standing on the flattest side, which I think they're both the same. So I'm going to make this the bottom, what's towards you guys the top. I got white flecks. It's trying to stick to my ink. All right, so I'm going to load up the back with hot glue. This is the Gorilla Glue hot glue. You guys see it steaming? See how hot that glue actually gets? I'm going to drop it down. It's not going to go all the way to the bottom. My heart does hang over the edge just a smidgen. I mean like a 32nd of an inch on both sides. Mash it tight. Let it dry. See, it really stands out. Okay, now this little piece of jute at the top, I'm just going to trim it a little bit and glue it down. It's going to have a bow on top of it. I need another piece of hot glue. I'm going to reach it with my scissors. It's going to have a bow laying on top of this. It's going to look like it's hanging from a bow, but it really won't be. So I'm just going to lay it in some hot glue. Might need that. Like that. You can see the jute. Now, before I went live, I went ahead and grabbed my ribbons because I knew what color scheme I was going for. So I've got my favorite burlap. I'm going to do the crisscross bow. That's that frayed edge burlap. I also have this. This is a gold burlap, or a burlap with gold polka dots. And so I put gold in the middle of that heart. On the Love Never Fails, but I'm gonna dovetail these or dog ear or dovetail, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna make the pointy things on each end. I just fold both pieces together, fold them in half, cut up towards the outside, which is the side that has the wire in it, like that. Let me move my pile over here so you guys can see. So this is my crisscross pile. I'll do this one next. Then I've got a gray, just a light gray buffalo check. I liked it because I did gray for my surface. I'll take care of those two. Cut them off. Flip it around. Okay, so I've got those, just crisscross again. Then I have this burlap with white polka dots, just going with neutral colors. Let me clip them too. I don't know where I'm going to put this, you guys. If nobody claims it as a sold item, I'll find a spot to hang it or set it. But it is available if anybody wants it. You just let me know. And I may not keep it. I may put it in the store. Okay, I'm not liking this. I'm not liking the polka dots on top of my buffalo check. I'm going to flip them. I'm going to put the white polka dots on top of the gold polka dots. Then put my buffalo check. I wanted that gray to show. I think that looks better. And then I've got two little strips of this lace. It's just like a vintage cream colored lace. I'm not going to trim the ends of that at all. Grab a piece of my jute. Lay it across the middle. And flip it upside down. Now at this point, because my ribbons are so thick, I'm going to scrunch it a little bit. Help me out, help my hands out a little bit. Because you have to pull it so tight when you tie the knot. If I take it and scrunch it, it just makes it a little bit easier. I don't have a lot of strength. Tie it as tight as I can. And then I just turn it back over and start pulling all my pieces out and fluffing them. That thin vintage lace looking stuff will actually fall. It's not going to stay because it's not wired at all. So it's just going to fall and hang wherever it falls. I actually can glue it in place if I want to. But now I have a cute, crazy refabbed bow. Like that. I will actually glue those in place. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. This is going to go right to the top. I'm leaving about the same distance up here from the top to the bow as I have down here. From the bottom to the heart. Put quite a bit of hot glue. And it's going to go just like it's attached to that jute that's holding the heart. So it looks like the heart's hanging from it. You guys, I think this is so cute. And then what I'm going to do, because I've got the crazy pieces there that will just fall, I'm actually going to hot glue them in place so they don't fall too far. I'll do it a little bit messy. Kind of fluff my bow up some. So not make it where they're perfectly straight. But just a little dab here and a little dab there. Okay, you guys, there we go. Love never fails. I've got grays. I've got natural earth tones. I've got burlap. And that's it. Oh, I forgot I had this ribbon I was going to put in. Too late now. I didn't use my favorite mesh ribbon, but that's okay. I think it's got plenty of oomph up there. What do you guys think? I think it turned out super cute. It didn't even take that long. I'm so happy. So this is a chalk couture design. A lot of you guys have been asking me to do some chalk couture. So I did. It is super simple to do. Don't forget, if you want to join the Creators Club, that is open until payments are due by February the 5th for you to get in on that. Hey, Anna, thank you. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you, Aunt Vicky. Thank you, Leah. I'm just now seeing all these comments. I don't know what I did. It does, Shannon. That gray stands out really good on the brown. I like that. Thank you, Anna, again. Jessica, Aunt Vicky. Oh, Shannon said, you may claim this one if nobody else says. You just let me know. It is really, really cute. And I think, again, this is not something that you have to put up after Valentine's Day. I don't think it screams Valentine's at all. I just think it screams love, which is what we all need in our homes. So I'm going to let you guys go for tonight. Thank you for joining. If you're watching the replay later, continue to sprinkle and let me know that you did so. And I will see you guys again tomorrow night for a live late. Talk to you later. Bye.